105. The Sociopath Starter Kit and Other Weekend Revelations. At this point, kiddo, I was basically running an emotional Ponzi scheme with myself, constantly investing in the idea that if I just kept rationalizing your mother's behavior, someday I'd finally get a return on my psychological investment. Spoiler, I would not. See, when Mom admitted to yet another romantic detour, this time courtesy of Brent, Denver's premier Union Station philosopher and likely part-time kombucha brewer, I did what I always did. I justified it. Oh, okay, I told myself. So maybe I wouldn't have handled things that way. Maybe I'd have chosen honesty, maturity, and not weaponizing sex like a Cold War arms race, but hey, people are different, right? This was the inner monologue of a man negotiating with his own sanity using only duct tape, a Crayola map of healthy relationships, and sheer denial. And yes, by this time, I was beginning to suspect Mom might be, shall we say, not neurotypical. The word sociopath had begun to flutter in the back of my mind like a moth trapped in a fluorescent light. But here's the thing, kiddo. No one prepares you for your first sociopath. It's like walking into a surprise escape room with no warning, no clues, and a host who insists you're the one who locked the door and brought the handcuffs. The gaslighting is next level. It's not just you're wrong. No, it's you're insane, delivered with the serene confidence of someone who once dated a shaman and now thinks being questioned is emotional abuse. Suddenly, you're apologizing for things you didn't do, questioning things you did do, and staring at your own text messages like they were written by a drunk raccoon with attachment issues. Am I overreacting? Did I imagine that? Wait, is she mad at me for her affair? It was like being on trial in a courtroom where the judge is also the prosecutor, and the jury is just one smug yoga instructor named Destiny who thinks you need to work on your masculine energy. Still, I kept trying. I kept hoping. I forgave Mom. Again, not because I'm a saint, please, but because I hadn't yet fully accepted that I was in a psychological horror film directed by Wes Craven and co-written by your Aunt Cheryl's divorce attorney. And then she came down to visit. It was a normal weekend at first. She made that tight-lipped smile she does when pretending everything is totally fine. She overpronounced chai. She told stories that didn't quite add up, like a suspicious camp counselor trying to explain why half the kids have gone missing. But then it happened. The mask slipped. You don't forget your first sociopath mask slip. It's like watching a CGI glitch in a Pixar movie. One minute it's cute and bubbly. The next it's dead-eyed and asking if you've ever seen someone really suffer. There was a moment, a flash, where all the warmth evaporated, and I saw it. Not sadness, not regret, but calculated indifference. A subtle, practiced cruelty, wrapped in a silk scarf of spiritual enlightenment. And in that moment, it clicked. All of it. The gaslighting, the lies, the emotional whiplash, the Brenting. She wasn't just careless. She wasn't just going through a phase. She was a professional. I'd been trying to fix something that wasn't broken. It was designed this way, like a beautiful luxury car built without brakes. Fast, sexy, and inevitably going to crash into your life and total your soul. That weekend changed me. I started to realize this wasn't just a rough patch. This was a lifelong subscription to chaos. And I'd already given them my credit card. But I still had you. So I decided I'd start learning the vocabulary, studying the playbook, and finally figuring out how to co-parent with a woman who saw boundaries as mere challenges to be crushed under stilettos of delusion. And that's when I realized I wasn't crazy. I was just in love with one of the most charismatic natural disasters to ever walk the earth.